Hi guys, it's yours truly, Music Clues here.
Hey, subscribers, it's Ethan N here.
So as we said before, this is part 2 of our update. As you guys noticed, we're doing this one over Zoom. So of course, I'm back here at my place while Ethan's in his living room with his anime figures right behind him.
Yeah, that's where I'm sitting at the couch, though.
Yep. So as we said it before, this part's gonna explain several other things. We figured we wait at least one more week to make sure there was no news going on. And it's a good thing we waited because, well, some of it's good news, some of it's not so good news.
Yeah.
But we'll get to that later. First things first. So you guys probably already saw them by this point, but by this point, me and Ethan, I have posted the first batch of videos for you guys to enjoy. I hope you all enjoy the videos that I put up the first day, because there's plenty more where that came from for the rest of the month. But that being said, first thing I wanted to do is talk about Ethan's impressions about the Demon Slayer movie, which he just recently watched, and I said he'd talk about a little bit.
Yes, so I'll get straight to the point, which I prefer to do. So honestly, with Demon Slayer, I gotta tell you, it's amazing, and it's actually one of the best anime movies I've seen to date. After I watched all the way straight through from the first season of Demon Slayer. And I'll tell you this, though, at the end, it's pretty sad. Just so you know. I prefer not to say, but it's pretty sad, but still good.
Like ball your eyes out sad, or
ball your eyes as sad. Yeah.
Ooh. Better get some tissues, guys. Better get some tissues.
I prefer not to say because it's a spoiler.
Indeed. But what would you rate this movie?
Oh, last time we had a collab video with I don't know if those of you already saw it, that there is, let's say that pretty soon in the first part we'll have some kind of collab. Let's say I had a friend of ours, which we'll get to, as you guys saw. Let's say he said it would be 9 out of 10. You know what? I have to agree. 9 out of 10.
Indeed.
I mean, I would put that anime movie right after I watch all the rest of them. It's in third place, right next to, let's see, second place is Dragon Ball Super and My Hero, Heroes Rising. So it's in third place, in my opinion.
Fair enough. Oh, sounds like a very interesting movie.
Yeah, for my recommendation, people, I'm going to have MC to check out the anime later with me, of course. Not now, just later. But so my recommendation for those of you who are wondering, hey, you kind of watch it ahead of time before I watch season 1. Well, I hate to break it to you, but you're probably gonna be cool as what's going on if you watch the movie ahead of time before the season. I hate to tell you that.
Yeah, so I highly recommend watching the anime season first, and there's plenty of places to watch it. I'll leave a link in the description below to some of the places that you can definitely watch it. Before you watch the movie. High recommendation, really.
Yep.
But other than that, there's not really anything else. So before we get to the negative news, let's talk about some of the positive stuff that's been happening this week. Like, for example, my impressions on new Pokemon Snap. Now, I've only played, I don't know exactly how much because I gotta still look up my recording of it, of course, but I played a good chunk of it, and I'm not gonna lie, it's a lot better than the original. That being said, I have heard it's definitely not worth $60, so might want to lower the price on that Bandai a little. But other than that, it does sound like it does play pretty decent. And of course, the gameplay is already up because I did say Snap was coming up on the 1st, so you guys will be able to watch it when it be able to watch it right now. I should have a card right up in the corner here so you guys can check it out.
Yep.
Also, Sony surprised us with a state of play out of the blue. And as you can probably guess, it's about the upcoming game in about 1 month's time, as of this video's recording, Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart. Why don't you talk about it, bud, since you are resident Ratchet and Clank know it all.
Yes. So let's just say that I noticed in the gameplay what I watched. I actually watched it recently. I didn't watch with him, so you know. So let's say I noticed some of it in X-Specs. I noticed they're taking some of it from the Future series.
Interesting. For those who don't know, Ratchet and Clank is split up into 2 different series at the moment. Well, technically 3, but I don't count it. The first series is the original 4 games. Ratchet and Clank, what's the second game in the series?
Okay, well, second game, you're talking about the first game, Ratchet and Clank, and what else?
The second game in the original trilogy.
Oh, Going Commando.
Going Commando. And then the third game.
Up Your Arsenal, which, in my opinion, it's the weakest out of the trilogy. I'm not saying I dislike it that much. There's just some aspects in the game I just had a not a fan of.
And then we have
like weapons wise.
And then we have Ratchet and Clank Deadlock that ends off the original games for the PlayStation 2. Then we get into the PlayStation 3 games. I'll let Ethan talk about those.
Yeah. There's let's see. The first one is Tools of Destruction, and then after that, it's an expansion story, Quest for Booty. So I would say combined with these 2 stories, I can't count them as separate because to me it'll be no sense. So I say they're both together, in my personal opinion. Okay, so just remember that. So these 2 games are together, in my personal opinion, because of the plot.
Fair enough.
And then Crack in Time, epic Future series, in my opinion.
Is that it?
No. Yeah, there's other spin-off games, but that's not in the main installment, unfortunately. So I prefer not to say, unless you guys want me to. And after that, it gets to Into the Nexus. And that one is the last game of this series before the reboot. And personally, in my opinion, that's not what I wanted. And I mean, gameplay's nice. Don't get me wrong. Gameplay's nice. But doesn't mean that I like it 100%. So just keep that in mind, people.
And then obviously we have Rift Apart, the latest game in the series. So what Ethan is basically saying is that this is taking some inspiration and some elements from the Future series. Now, for those who've only played since the original games haven't played since the originals, that's not your fault. I wouldn't fault you at all. But for those who haven't played since Future series, then this shouldn't be all that unfamiliar to you.
Well, to me, I'm not saying every one of them is like Future series. Some of it is like from the Future series. The original, the only one character, obviously, you guys saw, it's kind of obvious it took it from the original. It's all using around a couple of the installments all this time. So it shouldn't be surprising to you by this point.
Indeed. Oh, and finally, we know what the female Lumbax is.
Yup, finally.
Why don't you tell us her name, bud?
Revid, I think. Starts with Revid, I think.
Yep, Vivid. That's her name.
Yeah, she's a cool character.
Oh, yeah, she is a cool character. So, as for the plot and the story, so apparently, I don't think I completely get the piece of the puzzle yet. But from what I've heard, in this dimension that we see Clank in, apparently no Nefarious has taken over.
Yes, but this one, it sounds like it's a standalone game. It is not like from the future or the original. It sounds like it's just like it takes off from the previous installments, but it doesn't sound like it was attached from the future series, what I recall.
So unless there's still that connections that we don't know about, since we obviously haven't seen the rest of the game yet, of course, we have we're just gonna assume that this is a standalone adventure. So I'm gonna say this in my headcanon, that this takes place after the whole Adventures with the Future series.
I agree. Not well, the originals actually took place after. Okay, the future takes after the originals, as you guys noticed. But then the future series, well, at least it didn't look like it's going downhill. So okay, maybe some games, but not completely, surprisingly, as like the 2 installments that we want back in a long time.
Don't need to say any names, of course. But yeah, so from what we've seen, Ratchet and Clank is looking good. We can't wait to see this game. Now, I can't make any promises at the moment that Ethan will be doing a launch day stream just yet because of certain complications. Possibly if Ethan going back to New Jersey being one of them. But I can say that we will have some gameplay related to Ratchet and Clank one way or the other nearby or close to launch, at least within the next month before it.
Probably like 2 games, more likely. The other games, that's going to be hard to do because it's on the PS3, but I could do 2 games, but I just don't know about the other games from the PS3.
Now we will wait and see what happens, but if you guys have any recommendations of what Ethan should do before Ratchet and Clank comes out, let us know in the comments below, because honestly, I am hyped as heck to see what this new Ratchet and Clank installment brings. Let's play it sells.
There's another game I forget. The reboot Ratchet and Clank. You know, okay, I said 2 games from PS2 and then Ratchet Clank reboot for PS4.
Oh yeah, that's true. If you want even to play the first 2 games or the Ratchet and Clank reboot, probably more than likely you all gotta say the Ratchet and Clank reboot. I just can feel it in my bones. Then let us know in the comments below, and Ethan will play one of those for the channel.
Yeah.
But yeah, all right, let's get this out of the way.
Yeah.
Why don't you tell them the bad news that we just woke up to, both of us, this morning?
Well, I saw beforehand, and let's just say, one of the composer for Dragon Ball passed away. It's from Japan.
He was a legendary composer too. He helped make some of the most iconic music for the Japanese dub of Dragon Ball Z. Rest in peace, man. Rest in peace.
Yup.
I may have not watched the Japanese dub of Dragon Ball Z, but the fact that many people remember your music for their childhood, that says a lot to your legacy, and you will always be remembered for that, man.
I agree.
I'll definitely listen to your music later, because it sounds like you definitely have made some good tunes.
Indeed.
All right, the other sad news, and this unfortunately pens to today's recording.
Yeah, and let's say it's the company we're expecting to actually do another installment, but this hits back at us right now. And you want to know what that is? Take a guess. Who actually created Spiral series recently?
Time's up. Tell him, bud.
Toys for Bob, unfortunately.
Yep, Toys for Bob Bob is going to be a support studio for Call of Duty, Duty's Warzone. Now, I've been doing my research, and it sounds like Activision is saying that they still can work on some other stuff outside of Call of Duty, but apparently the latest Call of Duty is in some kind of trouble, so looks like they're lagging behind.
Yeah, something tells me that with Beanox, of course, I've been hearing this. I prefer not to say. I say rumors, but I prefer not to say what. Okay, let's say I recently just saw this YouTuber talk about the rumors about Spiral 4, but I prefer not to say. Okay, period. I'm just saying I saw something came up before this happened.
Indeed. Now, that's not to say that we should lose hope for Spiral and Clash. I still think we'll get them. It's just right now, it's not looking likely that we'll see it directly from Activision. More than likely, we'll get a licensed one if anything.
Oh, I just hope Spiral 4 has already been planned before this happens.
Yes. Now, no offense to Clash fans. I'm really upset for Clash fans too. Don't get me wrong, because honestly, Clash does not deserve this on his 30th anniversary.
I think Crash is going to be hanging in there because Activision isn't going to run away from those two series forever. It's just they're working on the Warzone right now. And to me, I just felt like I'm disappointed in their move. I think I'm seeing with Activision, they shouldn't do that. That was a bad choice. Bad choice.
Me too, but we can't control what they do. It's the head's decision. Unfortunately, it doesn't help our position that a lot of the staff sadly left Toys for Bob. So
it's disappointing me. I'm sorry, man.
Yeah, but that's all me and Ethan have to really say on the matter. Just play, guys. Just play. Things get better.
Yup.
But let me see. Outside of that, there's really no other negative news. I mean, there's one other piece, but I'd rather not get into that because let's just say it's a little. Well, all I'm gonna say is I feel bad for esports fans today too.
Crazy.
Yeah. Other than that, I don't think we really have anything else. Oh wait. Before we go, we have one more special guest who's going to join us. So give me 1 second, and we'll go to his house right about.
Whoa! How did we get here? Guys, as part of part 2 of this of our update video, we have a special guest with us today.
What's up?
Yep, and JArt's here. He actually got to watch. A couple of movies with Ethan, both the Demon Slayer movie and the Mortal Kombat movie. So he's here to give his opinion, and he also wants to, and possibly a couple other things as well if he wants to. But yeah, why don't you go ahead, JArt?
Okay, so the Demon Slayer movie, it was amazing. I loved it. I would definitely go see it again.
Oh, that's what I'm gonna definitely tell in this part later on.
As for the Mortal Kombat movie, I'm walking out the screen right now. Oh my god! Oh my god! That's what I thought of it.
Not surprised. We all shouldn't be that surprised. No.
Yeah. What didn't you like about it, dude?
The story, I did not like it that much.
Lackluster, which me and MC thought so too.
Indeed.
The combat, the fight scenes. There's only 2 of them. There's only 2 good ones, and guess what? I'm pretty sure we're not surprised by this. The 2 fight scenes that I liked, they both involved Scorpion and Sub-Zero.
That's okay to say because it's gonna happen in everybody anyway, so
Yeah,
it's okay.
Yeah, that's totally cool, dude. But ironic, it's the first and the last fight in the movie. Anything else that you didn't like about it?
I don't like how there's a main character.
Well, okay, so usually the people me and MC mentioned earlier that the people on the internet think the same. They think it is a lackluster. He has a lackluster of the character development.
So you're not alone on that, but dude, trust me. But seriously though, I'm not sure what they were thinking when you decide to have a
I
meet.
mean, I didn't mind he's in there because at least the story looks original to me.
Me neither, but does Mortal Kombat really need a main character?
No.
No. I believe you said something earlier about the camera not being good too for the fights.
And for the fights, there were a lot of quick cuts in it. I did not like.
I can see why. So, what would you give this movie a rating if you had to give one?
I have to give it a 4 out of 10.
Oh, way worse than both our ratings.
Yikes!
Way worse than both our ratings. Well, to me though, that's more of a fight save me than the actual story.
Yeah. Well, unfortunately, Warner Brothers, you got me and Ethan at least a little bit, but unfortunately, you didn't pull Jay out here. So better luck next time.
No, I grew up with Mortal Kombat, and I watched the original movie, both of them.
I have myself, except for the second.
I played Deadly Alliance, Armageddon. I played MK9, which I still own, MK11, and I do want to try and play MK. Well, no, not MK11. I have MK10, and I definitely want to play MK11 because I've been hearing that.
Oh,
one's
no
really good.
worries, no worries. Maybe next time you can try out a copy I have.
Yes, definitely. Mortal Kombat 11 is a great game for what me and Ethan have played.
And the stories especially.
Yeah, the story is especially great. But yes, yeah, I can't fault you as a veteran for feeling that way. I know some Sonic fans weren't very pleased with the Sonic movie either, but that's expected with video game movies. Some people aren't gonna like them. So hey, it's not your fault, man, and I'm not mad at you for putting the rating for what you did. It's your opinion, and honestly, I respect that.
Yeah, so for me though, I didn't grow up that much of a Mortal Kombat. I only played like several games, and yes, I would agree there are some flaws.
Yes. So, oh boy, what about the Demon Slayer movie?
The Demon Slayer movie, it was amazing.
Oh, I can imagine. Now, for the sake of our channel, JArt, me and Ethan don't talk about spoilers for anything. So, if you had to describe the movie without giving spoilers, how would you describe it?
Okay, how would I describe it?
Tough question, I know.
Well, it definitely felt like an episode of Demon Slayer. It felt like a special episode, like those long, an hour-long episodes.
Yes, definitely.
That's what I felt like, and I loved every second of it.
Oh, to me, I'll tell you something. Okay, so again though, I'll say in my second part when I get the chance, but for now, oh man, let's just say this. Me and JR were so impressed with this movie.
Oh, I bet. So, what would your rating be for this Demon Slayer movie if you had to give it one?
I gotta say, 9 or a 10 out of 10.
Ooh. Whoa! Compliment right there, guys. Wow, that's how you do it, Warner Brothers. That's how you do it.
Well, the Demon Slayer, on the hand, that's not from Warner Brothers.
Of course. But seriously, man. Okay, I guess I have something to look forward to in June then, for sure, when I eventually watch it.
Yeah, it's gonna be on digitally for sure, of course. Of course, though, folks, when I get the chance, I'm gonna have MC watch a few episodes of Demon Slayer when he has a chance, because he needs to catch that up before the actual movie.
Yeah, that's true. So I'm up to date on the lore.
Speaking of, yesterday I binge watched the entire show. I rewatched it. I binge watched it throughout the entire show. I stopped at the last episode. I finished the last episode at like 2:30 a.m. and I was ready for the movie.
Gee! And I thought I stayed up late for videos.
Yeah, he's been dedicated to see the. Okay, so reminders. This is okay to say. So this is the reminders. The Demon Slayer movie actually takes place after the whole first season ended.
Yes.
Now that's okay, I can say.
That's okay to say, definitely. But wow, that's dedication, Jay. I'm actually kind of impressed with you. I'm really glad you got to binge watch the whole season and get to watch the movie. So you pretty much all catch up on Demon Slayer lore, pretty much.
Oh yeah.
So is there anything else that you wanted to tell fans that you've watched recently? Like maybe that certain anime that we just showed you earlier?
Yeah. They showed me an anime.
Bottom tier character. Sorry. That was the name of the anime. I'll leave a link in the description below for those who are curious. But what'd you think of it, JArt?
Well, it definitely reminded me of a similar anime that I've watched before. And I gotta say, this one, it was similar. And I wouldn't mind giving it a watch.
Oh, that's good to hear. That's good to hear.
So do me and MC.
Totally agree. I am so excited to watch the rest of this anime. Although I will say it does get awkward at times, and I'm expecting the rest of the season to be pretty awkward too.
Yeah.
But that's good to hear, JArt. I'm glad you enjoyed it then. You did say that there's one anime, that they should probably avoid watching though if you're into game anime, by the way. Apparently there's an anime called King's Game that JArt says is absolute garbage.
It is awful. Do not, I repeat, do not watch it. If you want to watch it, only watch like the first 2 episodes or just the first episode. You'll get the main idea, and it is just, oh my god, no. No. I want to forget that show. Oh my god.
Yikes.
Oh my god.
Hey. I'm the same way with several animes.
Same here. So you're not alone in that, but yikes. Okay. Unfortunately, though, after the rock paper scissors match, guess who's gonna be watching that one?
Well, you should be in luck. There's only 12 episodes, and
12 episodes. Good. I don't have to go through too much torture then.
I'm pretty sure we'll go through torture for the first few episodes. Because, oh my god, it's so bad.
Yeah.
It is so bad.
Oh dear.
God.
Well, okay. Well, thank you for the warning, JArt. And guys, probably take his advice. If you're curious, okay. Don't say he warned you. But yeesh. Sounds like this one's gonna be a bad time then. Well, is there anything else you want to say, JArt?
Yes. We played Smash Brothers earlier, and I showed them what I had on my Joker amiibo, what he was like so far. What do you think?
Personally, I think your Joker amiibo is definitely very impressive. He beat my Sonic pretty easily, and no Joker, and so far my Ethan's Joker amiibos haven't beat my Sonic so easily. So that's a compliment coming from me. So way to go, dude. As for the rest of my amiibos, on the other hand. He beat my Joker, but unfortunately, Bloodline, Terry, Banjo-Kazooie, and Yo all kicked his Joker's butt.
And literally, I played with Pyra and Mithra against that Joker amiibo, and they beat me.
So, yeah, that says a lot. That his Joker beat us That's the big thing, that he beat human characters, but it looks like he needs a lot more practice on the actual DLC characters, it sounds like. So we better practice next time. JR did tell me that he's gonna make sure his Joker amiibo is a lot better next time we come over.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's great, dude. That's great. Well, I guess that's all for this part of the part 2 of the update. But I just wanted to let you guys know that please, we will leave a link in the description below, and I'll leave at the end screen a link to JArt's channel. He is an awesome dude. He has some pretty awesome videos himself. We've collabed with him quite a few times before, so this isn't the first time.
Even with me, last time with me, I was collabing with him with several games, even with our other friend of ours. And I mentioned this before, I'll say it one more time. He's more cocky than we all thought.
Even me. Yes, you guys have seen me cocky. If anybody's watched me long enough, they know how cocky I get against Ethan. But this guy is on a different level.
Ooh, even as JArt.
Oh,
you have no idea. I grew up with him. We used to be rivals, like around like the 6th to like the 11th grade.
and I can see why you probably dropped out of that rivalry. I mean, Ethan and I have a friendly rivalry, but we're best friends for the longest time, so Ethan doesn't mind it, and he always puts me in line anyways. So I don't mind it, but yeah, like I said, if we do any more videos with him, just expect him to be super cocky. But yeah, JArt is also a very great pal of ours. He's really awesome, so please check out his channel as well. Well, he's a real great dude. Well, JArt, do you have any last thing or words to say before we head back to I head back to my place, because we got to finish up this video.
Well, I gotta say, I can't wait for you guys to see my Joker next time. When he beats your guys' butts.
And not only that, I'll get the chance. I'll make sure I'll bring over MK11 next time.
And let's see if he can be my Joker can be my amiibo next time. Yeah, I have him in this bag. Well, all right, time to get back to my place so we can finish this update, shall we, bud?
Yep.
Oh, you can do Leon's first. Yeah, JArt.
All right, I'm logging out. So, bye.
Wow. that was pretty quick.
and what I tell you, see what I'm telling you earlier, people? That's what I say with my friend was saying.
Indeed.
With Demon Slayer, I mean.
Yep. Ethan told ya. So yeah, thanks to JArt 99 for joining me and Ethan on this. It was good to see. It was good to have him in our update. Like I said, I'll leave a link in the description below so you all can check him out. And I'm so happy to finally be back on YouTube. It's been such a long 3 months. I've kind of missed doing YouTube videos. It was great to update y'all, but honestly, it's good to be back in the swing of things. Now, of course, with all these scheduled videos ahead of time, this means me and Ethan get a technically 4-month break now. But that aside, it will be open to be doing a bit live streams again, which hopefully we get some good ones this time. I'm cough Nintendo. Cough.
Yes. And not only that, guys, before we leave, I actually have one more special surprise for you with a certain series I did try all the way through this time around. Not all the way through with every game, but I prefer to get my opinions out right now.
Oh, yeah, Ethan was telling me this earlier. All right, buddy, why don't you go ahead and tell him?
This is actually about a TV series, by the way. This is before MX Unleashed. Well, actually, MX Unleashed came around the middle of that. But I meant MX versus ATV came around like almost right after the series. And I'm going to tell you something, bud. Well, well, you already know, but I meant the fans. Okay, anyway, so let's just say this: the first game, obvious. I think it's great. Second game, I'm mixed. At least for what I play after the second one, I don't see it as the worst sequel in my opinion. It's not the best, but I just felt disappointed in certain ways.
I see.
Like, let's say they didn't have that certain mode called Pro Career, like the first game, and then straight for the sequels, happen again. No Pro Careers.
And that's not all that Ethan has to say about those sequels either.
Well, hey, I don't think it's the worst of all series, in my opinion. Think about it, guys. It's not the worst, okay? I'm thinking I'm just disappointed because I've been so exposed for the first game and then it just went down on me. So,
Yeah.
so then the third game, controls are terrible.
Ugh. That's how I feel about MX vs. ATV Reflex. Worst controls in the whole MX series, and that's coming from me.
I'm disappointed how the controls went, but I am so sorry, guys. But third game, count me out. I really dislike it.
And how about the fourth game?
It's a bit better, but it's still not the best. So I would definitely say it's like better than the 3, but still not the best.
Fair enough. Okay, so if you had to rate this whole series, buddy, what would you rate it? Honest opinion.
Yes. Okay, so my honest opinion, I hate to be honest with myself, but right around 5.5 out of 10 just because of the sequels.
Oh. Even you're lucky you grew up with Ethan in your childhood, ATV Off-Road Fury 1. Otherwise, Ethan probably would have given you an even lower rating than that.
Yeah, I mean, work for the sequels disappointed me like that. I would have rated a little bit higher, but I would agree with some people. The second game is better than the other sequels. I agree with that, but I just can't say it's the best of all series because I grew up with the first game more than I grew up with the other games. So I've just been disappointed, guys. I'm so sorry. Maybe I must have a little bit too much expectations, which I shouldn't be doing.
Not your fault, buddy. I know that feeling all too well. That being said, though, if you want to check it out or want us to walk through them, I mean, Ethan's not going to pull out the games because I still have yet to play all of them and get my personal opinion on them. So why we still have them, if you guys want us to play through them, I mean, I'm more than happy to, but I don't think Ethan's going to do it with pleasure. That's for sure.
Yeah.
But that being said, thank you for that final series opinion. So yeah, if you haven't already checked out the first part of our update, be sure to do so, where you can find out Ethan's full, and I do mean this, full opinion on Exo Saga. I know you guys have been waiting and Ethan's been teasing it, but you finally get to find out if people watch part 1.
Yes.
And of course, be sure to like and subscribe to the channel as always. Me and Ethan are always appreciative of you guys. And thank you again to all the comments that we had during the break. I'll finally get around to answering everybody back. Sorry, I just really took it a long haul because I couldn't afford any distractions.
Right.
But yeah. All right, buddy. So you have any final words before we sign off for good?
Well, I think that's it.
All right. All right. Well, that's all for now then. And this is yours truly, Music Clues.
Ethan, signing out.
And you all have a nice
Gaming day. Take care, everybody.